Ad Astra. Thank you for complete. Ad Astra Abyss. There's a lot that goes into managing an orchard. Water.
What's going on here? The Wild Hunt! What are they doing here? Watch out!
Gather!
Surge! A proper send-off from the Cena with love. Feeling lucky? Oops! By my spark, the night burns! Right? Yep! Up! Headbutt! Charge! Ah! Stop! A new moon rises.
Solidify! Order guide you!
Umbrella warfare, I guess! Hey there! Ah! Oh, are you alright? Oh no! What You...
Stop right there!
2 letters?
Okay. Well, Paimon's coolest naive expression doesn't appear to be an act.
Hey! What are you trying to say? Paimon passed a test?
You... a familiar scent.
Well, if the boss of... Sure was. Fortunately, my experience in Nodcry didn't go to waste. Something seems wrong with that old wolf, though.
Time to roll! Gotta steer clear of other people.
Lupus Boreas, not injured. Why so weak? Am I not strong enough?
You are not to blame. With your Iron Claw, you successfully blocked their attacks. However, their assault went beyond the They followed my trail from the distant north across the ley lines. They sought to corrupt the territory I protect. We meet again, human Lupical.
So, are you saying that the Wild Hunt we just got attacked by came all the way from Nodcry to Mondstadt?
As you know, I stand before you as an incomplete being. I am but one remnant of the god Andreas' soul. The source of this turmoil. I can sense it. It lies in the north. It is the part of me that remains in Nodcry.
Huh? Now Paimon's even more confused.
For many gods, housing a part of their soul within an object is no difficult feat. But those who can perform such delicate partitions as this are rare, even among the gods. The Wolf King, Andreas, was particularly adept in this art. Otherwise, no remnants of his soul would have survived till the present day.
Huh? The bard's back?
Tone Bard? What are you doing here?
Maybe the god of Animo guided me here. For it appears that someone is in need of a tale from the distant past. And our wolf friend doesn't seem too keen on recounting it himself. Who better than a bard to do the honors? Lord Boreas, do I have your blessing to share this story?
As you...
Lupus Boreas wandered the frozen tundra and stumbled into the Seelie Hall. Enchanted by their song, tender as the dawn starlight, and curious about the ways of humankind, the wolf bade farewell to his home and set off for the city to the south. As the high tower crumbled and the fierce winds fell silent, Lupus Boreas, who once had hunted with the storm winds himself, looked within and inquired, was the shelter he provided for humanity really any different from that given by the reclusive king in his tower? The wolf entrusted those under his protection to a new god and quietly returned to the frozen north. There, in a palace long since abandoned by its former master, the great wolf closed his eyes and 500 bitter winters passed, then 500 equally frigid springs. He slumbered undisturbed until a night stumbled in from the cold, just as Lupus Boreas had once done at the Seelie Hall, and awoke him at long last. The night asked the wolf to join him on a journey south, to see once more the land that had all but faded from his memory. The gentle wolf, unwilling to refuse the human's earnest plea, split his soul into two halves and left his home once more. Seeing how the ice and snow had given way to verdant plains, hearing the laughter and song that now filled the once somber city, the aging Lupus Boreas turned to his friend, the god of Animo, and remarked, "So, this is the world the humans dreamed of." Though the night's journey was not yet over, the wolf chose to bid farewell to his companion here. He had written the end to his story. What knowledge he had been gifted flowed into the land. Everything he was, he gave unto the world. Well, that's how a bard would tell the tale. Lord Boreas, is there anything you'd like to add?
There is no need for you to ask that question.
So that's what happened. You returned to Mondstadt with that knight 1,000 years ago, and then, for the sake of the new Mondstadt, you...
You need not feel remorse on my account. That was my answer, my decision. If anyone should feel regret, it is the part of me who remained in Notcry. I fear Andreas has not found peace in his heart even to this day. That is surely why those vile aberrations were able to exploit his weakness, sowing the seeds of all the turbulence that has ensued.
But we followed Boreas' trail in Nodcry. We investigated and discovered no signs of instability.
Andreas should still be slumbering by the lakeside. Perhaps all the recent turmoil in Notcry has had unforeseen consequences. And there's more. I detect another familiar scent from across the ley lines.
Oh, the White Knight who became the Bloodstained Knight? The mightiest knight of Boreas? But wasn't he from 500 years ago? You think he's immortal or something?
I remember him as just a man. His lifespan should be no longer than any other of his kind. But before he severed his connection to Boreas, his final destination, it was the ancient kingdom of Conria, as you call it. Beyond that, I know not if he lived or died.
If you want to get to the bottom of this, I'm afraid you'll have to make another trip to Nodcry yourselves. As luck would have it, another old friend of ours just so happens to be free right now. If you ask him nicely, he might give you a lift. That could save you a lot of time on the road.
No wonder I can suddenly sense the east wind's presence.
If even Mondstadt has been affected by the fallout, Nodcry must be in real trouble by now. I hope Varka can handle it.
Varka? Is he in danger?
I believe too many passengers would slow our dear friend down. I fear he only has room to carry one person.
Alright, wish it could be me, but I accept that we should send our strongest warrior to fight Nodcry's battles. I'll stay here and deal with any wild hunt that try harassing Mondstadt. It'll be a good chance to try out some new moves.
I stay in Mondstadt too. With Traveler's help, Varka will be safe.
Razor, give me your iron claw. Golden-haired traveler, give this token to the current knight of Boreas. It is a wolf spirit. It contains my power and thoughts. Though I have given him a piece before, this should bring him new strength.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws and fangs.
But human hearts and flesh cannot bear the soul of a wolf directly. It would be akin to forcefully merging a human and a wolf into one being. They would descend into chaos. To prevent the entanglement of souls, the most I can do is temporarily house my power and thoughts within claws and fangs wrought of steel. Although, truth be told, that knight does not lack for power. What he needs more is the thoughts within. The great wolf king of the north remains strong for now.
I will protect Lupakal. The North and Varka, I leave to you.
Just give me the word whenever you're ready. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably... All right. Over to you, Dvalin!
The Knight of Boreas awaits below. We must part ways here. Barbatos and I have other plans. We will meet you again later.
All right. Hey, wait. How are we getting down?
Hold the line! The enemy's on the brink of collapse!
Grandmaster! It's...
Haha! Reinforcements! It's about time!
And I'm on too!
We're just about hanging in there. Most of their grunts are taken care of now.
Their leader's gonna have to make a decision soon. Fight or flight? What will it be, mightiest knight of
As expected, this hastily summoned Wild Hunt horde is nothing but a disorganized rabble. A mere shadow of the forces gathered by the Rahir of Sol. But they have served their purpose. I now understand your tactics, and you, in turn, understand mine. This is fair. This is the way of chivalry. Farewell, heir to the knighthood of Boreas. Whether you choose to resist me or not, I shall set right the injustices of this world. In the name of the blood-stained knight.
Guess they're retreating for now.
So that Wolf of the North lookalike, that was Andreas? But why would he be leading the Wild Hunt? And why was he talking about the bloodstained knight? Ugh, forget that. We can save the details for later. He was the enemy boss, right? Are we just gonna let him get away?
There's no point chasing after him. We've crossed blades already, and it ended in a stalemate. Right now, there's nothing we could do about him. True. We're still not certain of his true identity, but whether he's a god corrupted by the Abyss or a legendary knight, killing him might be just about possible, especially now that you're here. The difficult part is, we can't kill him right now.
Huh? What do you mean? Is he immortal or something?
No. Judging from our skirmishes so far, I don't think he's got any special abilities of that caliber. Nor does he have the ridiculous level of power wielded by the Five Sinners. But, compared to Rerir, our current foe clearly has a better understanding of how to exploit Nodcry to his advantage, particularly when it comes to Andreas' remnant soul. Exactly. Sounds like you realize what the crux of the issue is. I managed to cut off a sample from our foe, which Albedo and Durin are analyzing as we speak. Meanwhile, our other allies should be making their way home from their own battles by now. We still have some big challenges ahead before this expedition can finally be declared a victory.
The meeting's probably gonna be in the biggest tent, right? Looks like a bunch of people are there already. Why don't we go chat with them?
Hey, Honorary Knight. Looks like pretty much everyone's here. Albedo and Durin are just wrapping up their analysis. You want to wait for them here? That works too. All right. You keep gathering intel. Hey, Honorary Knight. Albedo and Durin are just wrapping up their... Great! And that's where things stand. The Wild Hunt is no longer under the Rahir of Solnari's control, but it has been reborn from the ashes and is now launching widespread attacks. Intel from the Frost Moon Scions and the Curatorium of Secrets corroborates this.
Summarizing current situation. To confirm, the present leader of the Wild Hunt is the creature resembling a wolf.
More precisely, it's the external will that has seized control of Andreas' spirit.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. I'm completely lost. Isn't Roland some monstatter from like 500 years ago? How'd he suddenly get wrapped up with a god from 1,000 years in the past and the present-day Wild Hunt?
Allow us to explain that part. Are you familiar with compensation mechanisms? When an organism sustains damage, relevant tissues will undergo changes to offset the loss of function. For example, when one kidney is damaged, the other will be strengthened to compensate. Or, when a main artery is blocked, the collateral vessels become more active. Similarly, when the Wild Hunt lost their leader, the Abyss harnessed the memories that flow throughout the ley lines to fashion that new leader is a mirror image of Roland, the blood.
Right. No matter how strong the compensation is, it will never quite match the functionality of the Roland replica can't possibly imitate Barir's overwhelming power, nor his ability to disguise himself as others. So, the Abyss made use of the connection between Roland and Boreas to compensate for this lack of power.
The replica corrupted and took control of Andreas as he slumbered by the bank of Amsvartnir, ultimately manifesting as the giant beast that you all witnessed. However, exactly why the Abyss chose Roland to mimic,
I guess he must have gotten caught up with the Abyss or Nodcry somehow during his wanderings through Tevat.
Okay, Paimon gets all that, but what did you mean when you said we can't kill him?
We can't kill him right now because a dead god may prove more dangerous than a living one. From intelligence gathered during the expedition, worse still, the wrath that remains after a god's passing becomes a source of endless turmoil. Once god remains contaminate the land, they will persist for thousands of years. This land has already been ravaged by the Wild Hunt. If we add god remains to the mix, it'd be like adding salt to an open wound, placing everyone who lives here in perilous danger.
Query. While I can indeed find records of disasters caused by god remains in my database, there also appear to be cases of gods dying naturally in that land. The passing of the Pyro Archon's flame is a common occurrence throughout history, and even—
Great question. Glad you asked. Honorary Knight, you said Lupus Boreas gave you— Come forth, Boreas!
This form has come to the end of its time. I'm afraid I can accompany you no further. My soul will fall into silence, and my power will flow into the ley lines of this land. Perhaps this is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind. Do not grieve for me, for this is the end I have chosen. A final wish before I slumber.
You saw it too. You must have keen powers of perception. Not that it surprises me. That was Boreas' final thoughts before merging with the ley lines. It's the reason Mondstadt remains unharmed by his god remains. In his final moments, he made a choice to give everything he was to the ley lines. All to protect Mondstadt from harm.
sounds like Andreas spent thousands of years searching for his place in the world, too.
Yes. And now our task is to return the answer he found. Only then can he break free from the corruption and control of the Abyss, and make that decision once more.
I see. I would say that planting thoughts inside the mind of a god sounds a little far-fetched.
Wait, we already have a perfect solution? Then why are we even having this meeting?
Ha ha ha. If only it were that simple. Unfortunately, this one thought alone is unlikely to be powerful enough to break through the Abyss's control. We need to find a way to make the thought within this sword stronger and more resilient.
For now, Boreas needs all his remaining strength to fight against the Abyssal. However, since his form was unstable during his journey with the first Knight of Boreas, many wolf spirit fragments were left behind along the way. If we can collect those fragments, we can use them to strengthen the decision to merge with the ley lines.
So we need to retrace his steps and look for random fragments? But they could be anywhere between Nodcry and Mondstadt. It'll be...
You don't need to worry about that. There's a few fragments left to gather in Nodcry, but apart from most of them are already inside this sword. I've been collecting them during the whole expedition.
Huh? Wait, really?
I mean, it's an expedition, not a stroll in the park. Each step of the way, we've been hard at work planning for every possible contingent, not just the wild hunt in the abyss, but ancient gods remaining in Nodcry.
Sounds like this plan was a long time in the making. It's almost as if you...
As a matter of fact, I did. I caught a glimpse of fate's reflection, but I can't take credit for it. Still, all I foresaw was that an abyssal calamity was brewing in the north, and I known more. Instead, we've had to make best guesses, prepare for every possible... Sure is. Just one crucial step remains. We need to gather the last few wolf spirit fragments scattered around Nodcry, and use them according to what Boreas told me before we left Mondstadt. His form was at its most unstable at the beginning of his journey. But of course, we've been tied up fighting battles since the day we set foot in Nodcry. First with the Wild Hunt, then with the Doctor.
Okay, so 3 more mini expeditions to go.
I managed to gather one fragment before Roland reappeared. I also have a confirmed location for the second. As for the third fragment, we've identified a general search area to focus on. The final snag is that since our foe is a replica of Roland, he too will be aware of Andrias' history. He's sure to try and sabotage our plans by any means at his disposal. So
With our foe being from Mondstadt,
And since the Wild Hunt is involved, the Lightkeepers will provide their...
The Clink Clink Crumbkake craft shop will also help in any way we can.
So what do they need me here for? Wait, I think maybe I signed a contract at some point.
Ah, great. Knew I could count on you all. Lastly,
So, you'll be darting back and forth across the battlefield, dodging the Wild Hunt and the shadow of an ancient god. I'm impressed by your courage, Miss Yehoda.
Rating for Yehoda updated. Higher quality ingredients will be used to prepare your future meals.
Darn it! I should have known this payday wouldn't come that easy.
I'll deal with the second wolf spirit fragment. Traveler, could you join me in retrieving fragment 2? All right, time is of the essence. Let's move out.
Didn't you say fragment 2 was supposed to be right here? Where the heck is it?
Seems like we've run into a slight hindrance. Can I leave this to you, Honorary Knight? Traveler, Paimon, when this is all over, I'm gonna invite you around for a drink of...
Whoa! Stop thinking about Mondstadt's wine and keep your head in the game! You can't be daydreaming about alcohol before a battle!
Huh? Well, all right, just trying to lift our spirits a little. You want to see some photos I took of me and the knights before the expedition, maybe?
Shut up! Can't we please just focus on finding the wolf spirit fragment? Is this what we're looking for?
I once got Boreas to explain to me how he stores his soul inside objects. All I need to do is transfer it to my sword. Just like back at the camp, but this time, You'd best step back a bit, just in case.
So, you're saying you don't know how to love people, and you don't understand human love either. Sorry, I just think the fact you're ruminating on this, I have a funny feeling that by the time this journey ends...
No, you're wrong. There is no redemption at the end of this path. Even if I am stained black with blood, my conscience will remain as white as snow. If pledging allegiance to the Abyss is the only way to sever the injustice of fate, then I shall serve in its name.
Oh, sure enough. This place has been corrupted by Roland's will. Whew. I'm fine. I was prepared for this. We got here just in time. The fragment hasn't been fully corrupted yet. Assuming we can undo the damage, it should still be usable. Purifying the abyssal corruption would definitely be a safer Could you try reversing the corruption? Not purifying it, exactly, but separating out the Roland part from the wolf.
So, keep the Roland part intact as well as the...
Firstly, to test whether it's possible. And secondly, let me think. How is it explained to me? Ah, yes. Actually, neither do I.
Sounds like something a certain tone-deaf bard would come up with when he can't...
I thought it might mean something to you. Never mind. I'll explain it in more human. Traveler, when you were in Natland, you went fishing for ancient names, correct? If I'm not mistaken, the Night Kingdom was like a river flowing with concepts.
Okay, but back then, we had a boat and a net.
This wolf spirit fragment is like a puddle compared to the Night Kingdom. No need for a boat.
Thoughts and emotions are like interwoven threads. They can create a net, or they can create a rope. They can separate love from hatred. Thought is the anchor for a being's existence.
Also, we barely know anything about Roland.
Well, maybe you could try this.
What is it? It looks...
It's an unsent letter, written by the wolf pup After Rostam lost his life in the Abyssal Calamity, Roland left Mondstadt to wander to Vat. Grandmaster Arundelen had wanted to deliver this letter to him. But trying to track Roland down was like chasing a shadow. He never did find him. And
quite the antique then. But how exactly...
yeah,
Hey! What happened to Mr. Plans for every contingency?
What can I say? Some people like to wait till they've got all their ducks in a row before taking the first step, but I prefer to dive on in and plan as I go. But anyway, don't they say that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts? Can't hurt to give it a try, surely. Whoa. It actually...
You really are making this up as you go along!
So the assimilation of souls really can be reversed. Just like he said.
If what you say is true, the monsters I've slain, the justice I have sought to uphold, a great and ancient kingdom was wrought. The code of chivalry, if Abyss be thy name, I pledge to you my loyalty.
And that is where the blood-stained knight's tale came to an end. With that, he bade his humanity farewell. I dare say you must find it quite ironic.
That I, Dainsleif, no, who bore a striking while we gazed into the past, he was gazing right back at us. Could it be? So that's what happened. Once he had learned of Conria's fate, he saw the gods' judgment as the greatest injustice, giving them his knowledge, his power.
Uh-oh. Does this mean we have to take on the Visionary this time?
I'm inclined to agree. If our enemy could see the future, both the Wild Hunt but even without the Visionary's input, Roland still has an intel advantage we can't afford to underestimate. Every minion of the Wild Hunt serves as Roland's eyes, and on that note, I have a plan I want to discuss with you. Well, the fewer people who know, the less likely it is to get leaked. Besides, that about covers it. No plan is free of risks. If I fail, Anselm and Albedo can take the reins. Not to mention we still have Jean and Mont.
Oh, there has to be another way! Like a backup.
If only there were. But I don't think our enemy will give us enough time to find one.
Hey! Are you guys done here yet?
Ah, Yehoda! Yes, we've successfully—
Nope. It's a total disaster! More Wild Hunt
Come on, we're out of time. You'll just— Fill me in. What's the situation?
We ran into resistance almost as soon as we set off.
Good call. Locating the wolf spirit fragment is our key objective.
Well, it seems the enemy figured as much too. Now, before we ran into trouble, this is the search area we decided on. The two teams are holed up here and here. They should have a clear idea of the fragment's location by now.
But the Wild Hunt is stopping them from relaying messages back, right? Do we have any more troops?
We can't spare troops from any of the fronts right now. That just leaves us with,
The logistics company is standing by.
Hanefa!
Designated drop point reached. Initiating The logistics company was assisting Aino with the production of the strategic reserve. But after learning of the situation on the front line, they requested—
Amazing. Just in the nick of time.
Hey, seeing as you can fly and all,
I regret to say that without the workshop's catapult, and with my short-distance propulsion module on cooldown, I will only be able to return. The logistics company has very limited provisions, only enough for a single battle. Which team?
Both. Once one team has been rescued, the remaining forces will be free to support the other. We'll move out immediately.
Sure thing. Leave it.
Something's not right. The Wild Hunt's offensive doesn't seem to be getting any weaker as the battle goes on. Don't get dragged into the enemy's rhythm. Logistics company, scout out the area.
Yes, sir. Reporting in, sir. We've identified viable sites for deploying
Good. Wait for my signal.
Logistics company, deploy!
Grandmaster!
Honorary Knight! Goodness you're here! Be careful. There's no end to these monsters. However many we kill, more keep coming!
Just as I thought. Well, they're about to get a shock to the system. We'll wipe them out faster than they can replenish their numbers. We just have to hold on until the logistics company is ready. Is that the signal to say they're ready? It's showtime! Fall back!
Yes, sir!
Up the ante! Just a flesh wound. Burn! Thunder! Ready? Fire! The enemy has sustained heavy casualties. Should be a while before they're strong enough to pose a real threat again. Use this time to catch your breath and fill me in on everything you've learned.
Yes, sir. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this.
That's not exactly very narrow.
We split the search area between us and the Retniki.
Either way, I was about to go lend them a hand next anyway. Do you think you guys can keep up?
Absolutely. Good to go.
We've run right through our supplies. Now that they've lost their numerical advantage, they're no match for us.
Ugh, looks like the same situation here.
Reinforcements. Hey, you keep them busy while we work on getting rid of this god-awful man.
Understood. Everyone got that? It's up to us to hold them up.
Yes, sir!
Thunder! Maria sweeping it! Thunder! Hey, they're running out of steam. Now's your chance.
Affirmative. Sorry to keep you waiting.
That's their source. It was hidden in the mist. If we destroy that, the Wild Hunt won't be able to summon any more reinforcements.
Knights of Livonian, charge!
That's gonna leave a scar. Huh? Ooh, I'm glad.
Brave knights, on behalf of the Lightkeepers,
There's no need to be so formal. When it comes to the Abyss, we're all...
Very well. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
Yes! Now it feels like we're finally closing in on our target.
I'll say. We're sure to face fierce resistance from the Wild Hunt, though.
It would be our pleasure, Mr. Varka.
Much obliged. All right. The hiding in the mist trick again. You all know the drill. The Knights of Favonius will engage the enemy while the Light Keepers dispel them.
Yes, sir!
Light Keepers, prepare to dispel the mist.
Time to counterattack!
This wild hunt doesn't know Traveler.
Mr. Varka?
Just like last time.
Don't underestimate us, Grandmaster.
Ha, that's the spirit. Stay on your toes and make the night. Either we all march back to Mont. The final fragment is right there. Don't let me down.
It seems you have collected them all, Knight of Boreas.
Yeah, and with no corrupted fragments or ambushes along the way.
A true knight does not resort to underhanded tactics. If you need a moment to rest, take it. Victory will be mine, regardless of whether the path to it is the...
Save your breath! If you want to fight, let's fight!
As you wish. Then let us settle our unfinished duel, here and now.
Is everyone all right?
My granny fights better than these rookies.
For a moment there.
Hey, stay put, you guys! Leave the rest to us!
Forget us. We can take care of ourselves.
You're the only one still standing. Honorary Knight.
We can't lose our Varka! Please!
You're holding back. This duel does no justice to the way of shit. Your plan.
You're on to me already, huh?
Andreas's the false path. Maybe. It's over. Your sword lies shattered. The wolf spirit and the thoughts you blindly placed your faith in have nowhere left to dwell. Join me and pledge your allegiance to the abyss, Knight of Boreas.
For the next part, it's over to you. Outlander who caught the wind. The sword is unbroken, but I can't sense the wolf spirit. Looks like I'm no longer in reality. This must be a space built from the entangled consciousnesses of... There's no way back. And all that lies ahead is the wolf's maw. Huh. Guess the only... A Favonius sword? Who left this here?
Lonely warrior, take me to see him.
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. I have aided the oppressed and righted many wrongs. I have slain sinners and delinquents. I have slaughtered tyrants and demons. But however mighty one's blade, before the great injustice of fate, a mere mortal can but bow their head. There is only one way to save them.
Who are you really trying to convince?
Stormwind!
Is this the fair shadow?
The title of Boreas must find an heir.
The scent that reeks of blood appears to be getting stronger. Looks like I can just jump right over these obstacles.
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. Even the most fearless hero cannot fight what fate has ordained. And even the holiest god cannot escape the shackles that bind them. Lupus Boreas, if you still harbor love for humanity, then you must surely know. There has only ever been one way to save them from injustice. Surrender to the abyss.
Malicious lies!
Stormwind! Stormwind! Maria sweeping in! Stormwind!
My old friend.
This is not where your path ends. You must continue on.
This wind feels less than welcoming. I'd better take shelter. Try to keep up! I can't hide from it!
You must deliver it.
Your path cannot end here. You draw near to the heart of the wolf.
On me!
Even if you had an army of 10,000 men, in the end, you must face this fight alone. Lonely warrior. Step forward.
Is this the heart of the wolf? Roland!
After countless bloody battles, trials, tribulations, and hardships, I, with my mortal flesh and blade, attained power to rival that of the gods. But you know better than I that a mortal's prime is fleeting. In 5 years, maybe 10, age will snatch your strength. The power you take such pride in will fade to naught, disappearing like dust in the wind. Your fame will be as fleeting as firewood beneath the starry sky, lit at dusk, dead by dawn. Utterly insignificant.
Oh yeah? Be that as it may, The fires that burn down here blaze more brilliantly than the light of 1,000 stars.
They blaze for but a moment. 100 years from now, your earthly flame will be long snuffed out. And those you once illuminated will be left cowering in the cold and empty night.
Ha! No. They'll remember me in 100 years, just as I remember all of you from centuries ago. That's the thing about firewood. From the embers of a dying flame, a new fire arises, burning bigger and brighter than ever before.
A knight's duty is to save others, not demand things from them. How can one call themselves a knight while placing their hopes in generations to come?
Well, as long as I put an end to you here and now, I won't need to rely on anyone else. Now, show yourself, Roland!
Put an end to me? Your body and mind are already at the limit of what they can bear. It is only a matter of time before they yield and crumble. But if this is your final request... I shall do as you wish, Knight of Boreas.
Huh. You're not quite how I imagined you. You don't seem half as crazed as the memories contained in the wolf spirit.
Not once have I strayed from the righteous path. But when I look at you, I do not see a hero capable.
I guess we have that much in common. Neither of us are at our peak.
The ray here of Solmari's forces have been defeated. And the Roland you see is but an imperfect image. I wield the power that Roland did at his peak, but my heart and mind remain frozen in that. Therefore, I, in my current form, am flawed. After redeeming you from injustice and guiding your surrender to the abyss.
Huh. The world out there can bear no more of your torment. Your obsession, clearly, remains exactly as I had imagined.
No words can make a knight doubt his convictions, no matter otherwise. Why would you pin all your hopes on Boreas' single thought? But now the blade that once housed the wolf spirit has been shattered, and all you hold is a phantom that you no longer have the means to change the situation.
Huh. Maybe you're partly right. But I think I might just have a shot at a rescue.
What do you mean?
There's only one person's mind I need to change, and it isn't yours. Forgetting where we are? This is the heart of Andreas, god of the North Wind. Andreas, can you hear me? Wake up! You are the great god of the North Wind. How long will you allow yourself to suffer the domination of the Abyss?
If this is your final gambit, I am most disappointed. Knight of grand displays of heartfelt wishes cannot summon miracles.
Return. Return to... This is my choice. Is this the answer that I found? At let my
Andreas, at long last, I have delivered your token back into your heart.
This is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind.
On behalf of all humanity, I thank you, Lord of Wolves.
Boreas is returning to the ley lines.
Begging for miracles is a futile endeavor. I know better than that. But a sword is just one kind of vessel. There are other ways to store a soul.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws and fangs.
Even if it is not my intention, the soul...
If a mortal heart is to bear the soul of a god, this is a path that cannot be retraced.
Your heart, your soul, they are collapsing. Now I see.
You were wondering how a lamb could tame the heart of a wolf, isn't that right? Here's my answer. You get the wolf to swallow the heart.
The wolf spirit within the sword was merely a decoy. To avoid arousing my suspicion, you deliberately allowed Lupus Boreas' soul...
Compared to Lupus Boreas' decision, my sacrifice is nothing.
You have a stubborn will, and employed an exceptional... Your soul is now merged with that of Andreas. Neither Barbados nor the Traveler will be able to... You have lost, and so have I. Regrettably, I can... May your soul rest in peace with Boreas, lonely warrior.
Haha! Lonely? Sorry to disappoint you, but as much as it sounded like the perfect ending for both of us to return to the ley lines together, the fact is that, unlike the true Roland of the past, I still have fine wine and good friends to get back to. They're looking... I'm not ready to accept my fate just yet.
Ding dong! You've got mail!
Until I return, I leave them in your care. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you. Come on, to Mondstadt!
Dear Grandmaster.
To Varka.
To Varka.
Family.
No pig call. Poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. Make sure they all get delivered, Outlander who caught the wind.
Grandmaster.
Master.
Varka.
Uncle Varka! He's the right to us!
For Varka.
The thoughts of others anchor you, reversing the assimilation. Using your connections, relying on outside help. This is not the way of a knight. The Abyss can sustain me no longer. But now, countless souls who died unjustly will emerge to prevent your return. If you believe in your path, then grant them release. Carve your way out through bloodshed. Varka, mightiest knight of Boreas.
This is how it ends. Throw the plan out of the window. Fight my way to victory. Well, that suits me just fine!
The knight is always true to their word. So please, keep your promise and return victorious.
You are not alone. Right back at you, Varka.
Up the ante! Up the ante!
The north wind blows southward. May it guide you on your journey home.
Leave it all to me.
On me!
There's an ice-cold drink with your name on it. Ready when you are.
Don't go dying in a place like this, Varka.
Free! Up the ante! Up the ante!
Ooh.
Spread your wings and soar toward a new dawn. Fate, chosen, Rubica.
Can't fall here! Up the ante! Maria sweeping in! On me! One final battle!
and do not look back.
Varka, now I know the meaning of my name.
After the lengths you've made everyone go for you, you'd better make sure to thank us all properly when you get back.
You know, I have a lot of things to update you on, but they can wait until you're back.
I have no intention of returning to the Knights of Favonius, but I trust you will find a way to manage on your own.
Grandmaster, we're all waiting for you.
I'm not doing too bad a job as Grandmaster, am I? I'll take that silence as your approval. Everything you swore to protect with your lives, it's all still here, safe and sound. The Knights of Favonius, Mondstadt, and the oath sworn by every knight. I'll protect them all with my life. And so, I'll deliver that letter on your behalf. I know it's just a shadow of the real Roland, but if you have the time, could you please read it for him? Rostam and Arundelen, they never forgot you. Phew. This has been one long expedition. From here on out, I think I'll let the wind lead. Hey everyone, it's been a mighty long time. I'm thrilled to see you all again.
Welcome back, Grandmaster.
Yeah, I'm home. It's been a while since I felt this wind on my face. Just how I remember. So, is there anything you'd like to— This sword was just a decoy. I carried his soul in my own heart. That was the plan I was most certain would work. The second half, though, using everyone's thoughts to guide me back out of the ley lines, I wasn't too sure.
All jokes aside, what would you have done if the Traveler hadn't been able to separate the wolf spirit from Roland's influence?
Initially, I was planning to have Barbados carry out that step. But when I approached him about it, he said there was a much more suitable candidate. The Outlander who caught the wind. Turns out our trust was not misplaced. Thank you. Then, I guess we'd have had to get Barbados to send, but it would have come at a heavy price. And with no guarantee of success. Besides, I'd rather not have him expend that kind of power.
You're dreaming if you think it would have come.
It's been a while since I felt this wind on my face. All right then. I'm gonna stay here and enjoy the...
Strength is one of those things where you gotta use it or lose it. So, wanna train with me sometime?
The incident in Nodcry? Don't tell me something bad.
I'm gonna sing it one more time. I'm gonna sing it one more time.